RealAgriculture.com's coverage of Cropweek in Saskatoon is brought to you by FarmLink Marketing Solutions, BioVision Seed Labs, the Canadian Wheat Board, and High Stick NT. We're here today on RealAgriculture.com. We're at Cropweek 2011 in Saskatoon. We're joined right now by David Bergen from Manufacturing. Welcome today, Dave.
Hey, Sean, how are you?
Good.
Good.
Dave, we've been hearing there's been a definite movement to wider spacing, going from 7 to 10 to 12 to people talking about even 14.
Right.
In terms of openers, do you agree or disagree with this kind of trend?
I would say to a point I would agree up to about 10 or 12 inch. I mean, that's been kind of a standard for a number of years now. And as soon as you get away from 12, going up to maybe 14, I can't see how that can really have a good effect on crop production, because you're getting a lot more space between the shanks, and what's happening in that space. There's little swath support. There's more chance of weeds getting in there. There's not as much canopy anymore. So that's my issue. I'm wondering what's going on in that space there. You've got these small rows every 14 inches, and then you've got all that space there where there's nothing really happening. The seedbed utilization, I think, is important, and you can get away with wider spacings, but only to a certain degree. I know they've done a lot of studies on these things, the crop production people, the research people, and I know there's a lot of reports out on that, and yet that's my personal view. So
you have really when you go to such a wide spacing, you really have a couple choices. You can either stick with a smaller opening with wider spacing, right, or you can go to obviously a wider opener,
right,
which does create its own issues. It gets away from the idea of low disturbance.
Exactly. Yeah, the wider opener, more disturbance, and obviously there's been a real movement to minimum till and low disturbance, and you just about have to go back to some kind of shovel type opener if you're going to 14-inch spacing in order to get the seedbed utilization behind that opener. It'd just about have to be a cultivator shovel, which I don't know, there's not too many guys thinking about that, but there's only so wide of a minimum till opener you can make.
Right. What is the widest minimum till opener you make?
6 inch.
6 inch.
Yeah, that's always been the widest. After that, it's just about, you might as well just go with a shovel, because
pulling baseball bats.
Yeah, it's just, you've got all kinds of disturbance, and it's just about the same thing as using a sweep. So I think there's been guys that have done narrow openers on really wide spacing, and I think obviously that has worked for some people, but on the average, I don't see it being giving you as good a production as having something with a little narrower setup.
Okay, Dave, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you again soon.
Okay, good. Thanks, Sean.